Hello,
Hello.
we are talking from Brazil, alive, and we are very happy to be here. And I will present me and our team. Hello, I'm Nicola Goretti from Grupo AG. We work in creating design and architecture exhibition and jury captain of the interior and exhibition category from the course 77 Design Awards. I am here and we are here live in Brasilia, Brazil, and this is our team, Lígia de Medeiros. You can move if you want it. No? Daniel Mangabeira, and our producer, Eduardo Neiva Tavares, that he helped us, to work to do everything we need in the jury and whatever. First, I would like to present my team. Sorry, the English is not our language. We speak Portuguese and Latin languages, but we will be, trying to speak in English, of course. Okay, Lígia de Medeiros is a Master in Brazilian Education at the University of PUC in Rio de Janeiro and Master in Visual Arts at the University of Brasilia, UNB. She has promoted cultural events in Brasilia in the areas of design, art and crafts, and heritage. She is currently working on Brasilia Faz Bem. It's like something like Brasilia Feels Good, really? Mm-hmm. And a project dedicated towards the positive promotion of the capital of Brazil through new products and exhibitions. Fernanda Messias, sorry, she's not here. At the moment, currently is the manager of the Programa Brasileiro de Design, Brazilian Design Program. She works at the Ministry of Development, Industry and Exterior Commerce in Brasilia. Amongst others, her exhibition include the first, second, third, and fourth Brazilian Biennale Design. Daniel Mangabeira, okay. He's an architect, partnered at Domo Arquitetos with projects in Brazil and Portugal, was the cultural director of Institute for Architects in Brazil. In 2004 and 2005, he's curator at the Special Exhibitions Pavilion at the 4th International Biennale of Architecture in Brasilia in 2005, and was invited to, in 2008 and 2009, to be the counselor of Atos Bulcão Foundation. It's an important governmental institution in Brasilia. Eduardo, our producer in Grupo AG, my office, my team.
Moral support.
Yeah, English support. And me, I am Nicola Goretti, an architect and a curator of design and architecture exhibition in Brazil, along with my office, the Grupo AG. For more than 10 years, we organize exhibition catalogs, workshops, and other activities related to design, architecture, and art, as well as the other sustainable projects with governmental organizations in Brazil. Among the projects being organized now, the most perhaps significant would be International Design Exhibition in Rio de Janeiro for 2014 and 16. Well, it was a pleasure to undertake this course 77 adventure from Brazil, judging works, many which were excellent, presented by students and professionals from around the world. When we were at Summit and while studying the projects, we realized that in reality, both segments which we were responsible for are in fact very different from one another in range and language. Interior and exhibition design have commitments with scale and concept of different complexities. From this concept, we judge each segment with different principles. Our team was focused on social concept directed towards a society to bring solutions involving objects, city, and community. There were also two other points with which we were interested regarding the use of simple, sustainable energy, on one side, and the search for new spaces of living and sharing. Finally, creativity and deep thought were rewarded. We were very happy with certain cases noticing that the characteristics were achieved. Finally, when we analyzed the works which were sent to us, we curiously confirmed that the level of the students was more homogeneous, and in a way, even harder to determine a winner. The only difficulty we have and we found was a certain lack of more complete information in a few entries which did not enable to coordinate relation between our read and the images sent, many of which were of great impact and creativity. In regards to the professional works on which our judging segments being so broad and different, current and fundamental issues were taken into consideration by our team, such as the concept of new usable spaces and the caution with the environment, as well as the new ways of living between people as mentioned before. We are talking in our studio. We have a nice place for working into the big and huge and beautiful garden. We work with people surrounding, we have monkeys, fishes, and birds. It's not a joke. And then, okay,
well,
we will start.
First, we will start with the student entries. We will announce the notable entries, followed by the runner-up, and finally the winning entries. Notable ones. The notable student entry is Retail, Retell, Recycle, Rethink by students Joe Bradford, Stephanie Ciccolini, Nick Daniv, Matt Hanedel, Nick Jovino, Alicia McCary, Steve Mather, John Pelkey, Alan Plattner, Christina Ragucci, Heike Tokaklian, Nick Vassallo, Sam Maquilano, and Derek Castro of Wentworth Institute of Technology for Design Museum, Boston, Massachusetts, USA. This project consists on an exhibition with highlights life cycles of consumer goods in the categories of sneakers, cell phones, water bottles, and cleaning products. We think that retail, this project, has a strong educational branch. It presents a study in continuous progress about the use and the life cycle of materials, proposing questions and answers on the destination of everyday product in an interactive manner. Retail promotes its objective in a clear and efficient way. We were not so interested on the proposed exhibition itself system, since the project leaves in reality a large margin on how and in which way to expose the research and results. The most valuable thing in this project is the way in which it was transmitted through the material received by our team and the impact of the image and its communication that transits throughout all of its necessary stage which a project of this character should accomplish in order to be effective. The second place runner-up student is Peritoneum by X Square. Joshua Gallagher, Kyle Fiano, Erica Mackenzie, Courtney Larson, and Anna Christie of Arizona State University, Bethesda, Maryland, USA. This project is a freestanding organic shade and seating structure constructed to turn a campus location in an attractive destination for others. It possesses an intricate, rich molding and presents a relatively special complexity through a simple construction of its parts. The proposal achieves the objective of intervening in a passageway and giving new use to possibly underestimate or underuse local one. It promotes the social sharing, interaction, and the choice of material used in a conscious form and is not viewed in a negative way. To the organic form joins the blue coloring and invites the passerby to admire not a corridor, but a space of coexistence. The first place runner-up student is Symbiosis S by Symbiosis O, Kurt Ogilvy and Esther Oswald of New York University Estonian Academy of Art, New York, USA. This project is a collection of soft textiles interface which behaves as an organic display for seating that reacts to touch. We enjoy the use of slices which transforms themselves in a material that originally has much more rigid use and aspects which are finally proposed. There exists an apparent simplicity to the project followed with a technical knowledge of the use of the material which grants it malleability in order to adapt to different shapes and territories, conforming itself into an organic and manageable product, which transforms according to its own use. Even though, in reality, it could be included in the furniture segment, the project blends in a successful manner a resolved binomial functionality and aesthetics, promoting a slow soft technology and incites new spaces conformed by the symbiotic skin, which accomplished its role of object, space, material. And the winner is... The winner student entry is Liminal Space Innovation Design Engineering by students Hal Watts, Ben Allen Jones, and Alicia Pichluska at Royal College of Art and Imperial College, London, UK. Congratulations. The winning project is an installation that presents a rich creativity using technology and in a very simple and economical form. When controlled by remote control systems, the installation varies in shape, creating different forms and an ever-changing landscape. The jury believes that Liminal Space is a sensitive and light project, well-resolved and of graceful sophistication, which explores in a playful manner the interaction between people and the space that constantly transforms, changing our perception inside of it and our relation with the surrounding. This changing landscape promotes interesting effects of light and shadows. We believe that it deals with the senses which motivates our present and our experience, placing us in an environment where design, architecture, and imaginary accomplish complementary functions. Moving on to the professional ones.
Now it's my turn. Well, notables. The third place notable professional entry is Infinite Variety, 3 Centuries of Red and White Quilts by Think Design, Tom Haynes, Stephen Shaw, Sherry Wasserman, Aki Shigemori, Bix Biedenbeck, and Joe Ruster for American Folk Art Museum, New York, USA. The project Infinite Variety is an exhibition of a private collection of 651 red and white quilts, arrayed in such a way as to enable the public to experience the vibrancy of the quilts. The aesthetic beauty of this ensemble and the creative form of exhibiting hundreds of bichromatic quilts in such a way, bichromatic quilts, in such a way that they can all be appreciated individually, was the great triumph of this project, organized with an architectonic and monumental body. Occupying a generous space, the exhibition uses large aerial spaces over darkened backdrops, structuring an expositive design where the relation inside-outside defines itself through the crossing of the spectators, which works as an essential part of the system. The second place notable professional entry is Tribal DDB by I-29 interior architects Jasper Jensen, Giro and Dellensen, and Miklos Kroos for Tribal DDB Amsterdam, Netherlands.
Weird name.
Duvendash.
Duvendash. I don't know.
One of the largest advertising agencies in the world, this project aimed to create an office with an environment where creative interaction is supported through a structured workplace. The strong aesthetic claim in this project superimposed its function. However, it added to the office a unique identity. The monochrome of the materials, the rational cleanliness of the spaces, on the material as well as the furniture, the acceptance of the work environment can be broken with the individualization of each user, even with the constant use of two colors, white and gray, and basically three materials, will give the sensation of endurance and continuity in the project, which will probably age with dignity, without needing to renovate or adapt, or even without permitting this to happen. The first place notable professional entry is Changing Room by Easton, then Combs, Rona Easton, Lon Combs, Edwin Liu, and Peter Van Hage, for Extension Gallery for Architecture, New York, USA. Changing Room is a suspended gallery installation. The project captures space inside a lightweight structural scheme comprised of interlocking polycarbonate CNC cut elements, all the while exploring the relationship of intimate and public spatial realms. We were interested by the space, which stays in constant transformation and in a way determines a proposal less bound by design functionality, but more to a creation of a being which is alive next to the shifting organisms from the cinematographic and digital imaginary. The installation defines us in a different way inside the space, not only by the artificial and changing quality proposed on the project, but especially through a liberating or asphyxiating connection between the people that use it. It questions the paradigms between technology, use, and aesthetics, transmitting an emotion that, defined in the ambient of sophistication and violence, grants us arbitrary sentiments. Finally, there exists a contraposition between material and fluidity, which determines itself on light movements as it was an articulate tissue. Now the runners-up. The second place runner-up is Artificial Topography by Ryumei Fujiki, who worked with the Fujiki Studio KOU Art Design Team, Hiko Sato and Masahiro Hoshida for Kobe Biennial Committee, Kawasaki, Japan. Artificial topography is an amorphous cave-like volume inside a container, soft like a sofa, which enables people to find a spot and relax. This white shelter, a mixture of furniture, cave, contemplative sanctuary, permits several options of use in one unique space. It reminds us of a spontaneous architecture which interacts in certain cities where the urban roads are not sufficient or clear, or where reality widely exceeds fiction. It especially interested us its strong experimental task and the alteration between the geometrical elements of nature to the ergonomic use by man, a place for protection and survival, an element mixed between architecture, furniture, and art object. The first place runner-up is 3M Infinite Innovation by Martino Bergins, who worked with the 3M Design Lab team in collaboration with Design Group Italia, Rubens and D'Alessio and Santoro for 3M Milano, Italy. This project is a staged installation dedicated to a series of advanced, futuristic and sustainable 3M technologies for ambient culture in architecture and design. A project of great value due to complexity and transversal reading of various components that define good design, fluidity and function of space, with an efficient support based on language and communication on what it aspires to transmit. The physical and cognitive elements are perfectly assembled, with the representation of the constructed space and the transformation of the product into good ideas, even having an infinite of materials and contained forms. The surprise through the course of the exhibition invites the user to discover the materials and its forms limited by color, sound, and body, pleasuring our senses.
Well, very good. Well, finally, the professional winner is, okay, the winner is Sound Effects by New York, by Taylor, who also worked with Mono for Parsons, the New School for Design in Providence, RI, United States of America. Congratulations. Okay, one of the few projects analyzed by the team which was chosen unanimously, the winning professional is Sound Effects New York, or from Parsons, the New School for Design. The project is an interactive installation like a living wall with embedded sensors, cameras and light components installed in the street in New York City. The wall listens to the ambient sounds and translates the noise into a unique musical composition. Like many projects present during the competition, this work is interactive, but interacts in an intuitive and very extremely creative manner in the urban space and with the users. It fulfills a completely innovative function and of a great impact to the city and its users, changing its aspect in a small scale depending on where it is mounted, and turning a small passageway like a sidewalk but in a refuge open to the sense and emotions, be they visual, be they sensorial or auditive. A really beautiful and poetic project. Congratulations. Okay, I need to read the last words. Thank you for all those who submit entries to the category, and thank you for tuning in from Brasilia, Brazil. We are really very happy to be part of the incredible awards score 77 this year into categories, exhibition and interiors design. Thanks for all our team, and congratulations for the winners, of course. Okay?
Very good.
Okay, as we say in Brazil, obrigado and ciao ciao.
Tchau.
Ciao.
Tchau, tchau.
Agora vamos clicar e a gente edita essa última parte.